Okay, problem number 6.4. Determine daw yung moment of inertia nitong cross-section ng isang beam about the x and y axis. So, as you can see, given yung section ng beam made of 3 planks of wood. Okay, the size is 200 by 50. Itong mga flanges. So, tawag dito flange. Then, the web. Okay, so the size of the web is 50 by 300. Yung mga flanges, 50 by 200. So, yung pinapakuha dito is yung moment of inertia about the x and y axis. As you can see, the x and y axis are at the centroid, no? Passing through the centroid itong section. So, it means, yung pinapakuha moment of inertia rito are the centroidal. Centroidal moment of inertia. But since the section is obviously symmetrical, therefore, by inspection, yung centroid niya is at the center, dito rin. So, if this is, ilan ba ito yung total height nito? 300 plus 100, 400. So, the x bar or the x axis is at 200 mm. Yung center niya. Then, ito yung kalahati ng ano is 100. So, yan yung location ng centroid. Symmetrical kasi yung section. Okay. So, in getting the moment of inertia, no need to compute pa yung mga centroid kasi yun nga obvious na. By observation, makukuha na natin. Therefore, we can directly proceed na sa pagkuha ng moment of inertia about the centroid. So, meron tayong centroid, dalawang axis for the centroid, the y-axis and the x. So, yun yung kukuha na natin ng moment of inertia about those axes. Unahin muna natin itong about x. So, for the about x, ito yung section natin. Symmetrical yan. So, kukunin natin na centroid about dito sa axis na to. X centroid. So, to solve this, di-divide natin into 3 parts yung section. This is area 1, area 2, and area 3. The area 1 and area 3 are the same yung cross-sectional area. So, to get the moment of inertia about x, ix is therefore moment of inertia of the area 1 plus moment of inertia of area 2 plus moment of inertia of area 3. Okay. Solving this, by ix, what is the moment of inertia of rectangular area 1? Diba, pag centroidal, 1 over 12. Base niya is this, no, 200. Height is 50 raised to 3. Plus, since yung centroid nito, nandito, di ba, sa gitna. Yung 1 over 12 na yan, nandito siya sa gitna na to. So, shift natin siya papunta doon. No? Okay? So, we need to add area times distance squared. The area is 200 by 50. Distance, mula dito hanggang doon sa gitna, ilan yun? Mula dito, punta doon. Kalahati nito is 150. No? 150 yan. Tapos kalahati dito is 25. So, ilan to? 175. So, now, siguro nagtataka kayo, sir, bakit ganun? Bakit positive pa rin yung sign nito? Naka-positive kayo. Positive yan. Bakit positive? Eh, di ba nasa baba siya ng x? take note na kapag moment of inertia yung kinukuha, hindi siya sumusunod dun sa ruling ng sign convention of coordinates. So, regardless kung nasan man yan, taas or baba, so, yung moment of inertia ito positive, positive din to, positive tsaka yun. Regardless kung saan man yun, no? Basta't lahat ng moment of inertia, pag kumukuha ng total moment of inertia about the centroid, so, positive lagi yun. Nag-negative lang tayo kapag hole. Kapag butas. Okay? So, since the area 1 and area 3 are the same, this size nila the same, di ba? So, 175 din yan. So, basically, for simplicity, multiply na lang natin ito ng 2. Diba? Kumbaga, ano yan eh. Ix equal to 2i1 plus i2. Kasi si i1 is equal to i3. No? So, pwedeng ganyan. Okay. Next, plus i2 na lang yan ngayon. Itong i2 na lang yung kailangan natin. Kasi itong i1, nag-times na tayo ng 2. So, i2 is 1 over 12. Base is what? The base is 50. Height is 300. Naka-cube to. Plus, area. Area nung ano is 50 times 300. But observe this. Itong centroidal moment of inertia nitong A2. Ito, centroidal moment inertia nitong A2 na 1 over 12. Nandito siya sa gitna. And sakto, nandito rin siya sa gitna nung centroid din mismo nung x-axis natin. So, 0 yan. Squared. So, that's why, kapag naglalay, paraw yung axis ng centroid ng section tsaka nung centroid ng buong section, so, 0 to. Hindi na tayo nag-a-add ng AD squared. Wala to. 0 yun, no? So, therefore, Ix is equal to 1 over 12 base is 200 times 50 cube plus 200 times 500 times 175 squared. Multiply natin ng 2 plus 1 over 12 times 50 times 300. Hindi na tayo na mag-add ng ano. So that is 6241. 6241.67 times 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. Double check lang natin if tama. 1 over 12 250. Mali ito. Times 175 times 2 50 times 300. Wala. So, mali ito. Ix is what? (729.17) times 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. So, that will be the solution for this problem number 4. Okay. So, yung method na to is using by parts, no? By parts yan. Pwede rin din itong solve by less yung whole, method 2. So, dapat yung less whole, dapat paraw lang yung lalabas sa sagot nyo. So, to solve this using itong second method, so the I section is equal to the section of the whole rectangular minus yung dalawang minus yung dalawang rectangle. Ito yung dalawa, diba? And since nasa gitna sila, so, yun, mas madali na lang siya. Okay, so, Ix is equal to, ano yung size ng buong dimension? 200 by 400. So, this is 200 by 400. Total height yan. Pero ito, ilan to? I think this is 300. Tama ba? Then the width is, yung width dito, 200 to minus 50, 150 divide by 2, balik 75. So this dimension is 75. 75 plus 75, 150 plus 50. So, una yung moment of inertia nitong about dito na. Kinukuha natin moment of inertia about sa x. So, 1 over 12, base is 200, height is 400. Cube. Okay. So, plus area 0 squared. No? Wala tayong 0. Pinapakita ko lang to para mas ma-appreciate nyo. Pero yun nga, automatically kapag yung axis ng section, nag-lie din siya, okay? Nag-lie din mismo dun sa mismong axis ng buong section. So, you don't need to include yung term for the AD squared. So, minus, dalawang itong whole na to. So, 2 times 1 over 12, yung base is 75, height is 300 cube. So, plus A, 0 yung distance. So, cancel na yun. Therefore, Ix is what? 1 over 12 times 200 times 400 cube minus 2 times 1 over 12 times 75 yun, times 10 raised to 6 729.17 times 10 raised to 6 raised to 4. See, pareho, di ba? So, dapat pareho lang talaga yung lalabas kung by parts or by less whole yung method. Okay. But, usually, kapag ganitong mga section, mas proper itong, pag ganyan yung shape ng section, mas proper na gamitin itong by parts. Ginagamit lang itong less whole kapag, irregular talaga. Pero kapag mga common structural sections, tulad ng I, yan, by parts yung gamit. May time na advantages to, itong by parts, may time na ito naman. So, case-to-case basis yun. Okay? So, that will be for the problem number 4, 6.4. Okay, next. So, nakuha na natin yung moment of inertia nito section about the x, which is ito. So, yung susunod naman, pinapakuha din pala yung about the y, ito. So, try nating solve. Bali, ito na yung, ito yung section natin. About the y naman tayo, dito sa axis na. Sa axis na to. So, kung yan yung kukunin natin na moment of inertia about this axis, okay, since first timer kayo, siguro maganda muna i-rotate nyo muna tong section. rotate nyo. Kasi lagi, yung basis natin sa dimensioning is about sa horizontal. So, ganyan. Bali, pinapakuha ngayon yung moment of inertia about dito sa y-axis. Kapag dyan, in the formula 1 over 12 ng rectangular, yung base mo na dimension, yung base mo na dimension is ito, 50. Yung height niya is ito. Okay, yun. Pero kapag sanay na kayo, dapat hindi na kayo nagro-rotate ng ganyan. Dapat kahit na naka-upright, alam nyo pa rin determine kung alin yung base tsaka yung height. Anyway, ganito muna yung solution natin. So, the I of the section about y is equal to the I of 1, 3, tsaka 2. So, I1, the I1 is twice nitong I1 is the same sa A3. So, multiply ng plus I2. So, ito yung working equation natin ngayon. Since, yun, fortunately, yun nga, symmetrical to both axes ng section. So, yung section, yung centroid nitong bawat components, area 1, area 3, nag-pass din mismo dun sa centroid ng buong section. So, later, yung AD squared for each area will be terminated. Wala na. Okay, so IY is therefore, I1 is 1 over 12, base is 50. Ito yung base niya ngayon. Height is 200. Always yung base is yung dimension nung section parallel dun sa axis na kinukuha nun. So, this will be 3. Yung 50 yung parallel. Okay? Plus area, d squared. Yung d squared natin, yung d natin dito, since nagpass silang pareho, 0 na to. Okay? So, 0 na yan. We will multiply this by 2 kasi pareho yung area 3 tsaka area 1. So, plus yung area 2, 1 over 12. For area 2, yung base will be 300. Height is 50. Plus area ng area 2, times yung distance which is also 0. So, terminated na to. So, yung working terms lang natin itong dalawa. So, IY is therefore 1 over 12 times 50 times 200 cubed. Then, multiply natin ito ng 2 plus 1 over 12 times 300 times t raised to 3. Double check. So, divide mo na 6. 10 raised to 6. Answer is 67.79 times 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. Okay? So, pwede yan. Pwede kayo mag-rotate kung di pa kayo sanay. Pero, as much as possible, sana matuto na kayong magganyan kapag kahit naka-upright siya. Para ma-practice na kayo. Hindi na kasi talaga nagro-rotate kapag nag-solve ng I. Dapat alam nyo na automatic sino yung base kapag moment of inertia about an axis. Okay. Now, comparing the results, ito yung I, yung moment of inertia about dito. Yung moment of inertia about Y, rotation about Y, is ito, no? Pero yung moment of inertia about X, which is yung nasolve natin kanina, 729.17. So, Ix is 729.17 times 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. So, about naman siya dito. So, yan yung typical na moment of inertia na dinedetermine kapag mga I section. About dito sa X, tsaka about sa centroidal Y. Okay? Normally, yung kailangan talaga na moment of inertia para makuha yung strength nitong isang section, yung moment of inertia about the centroid dito. Hindi gamitin yung moment of inertia about sa other axis rather than dito sa mga centroidal. Kunwari dito, hindi tayo gumagamit ng moment of inertia about dyan or about dito sa edge. Importante talaga na moment of inertia yung about sa centroid. Now, observing these values, as you can see, meron tayong moment of inertia again ng isang section about the vertical tsaka about the horizontal axis. And looking to the values, we can observe na itong moment of inertia dito about sa X is greater than the moment of inertia about the Y. Okay? So, itong moment of inertia nito, ito yung mas malaki. Bigger na. Ito, less, smaller. That's why, in your next subject, for example, strength of materials or design subject, itong moment of inertia about the X is also sometimes called as moment of inertia about the strong axis. Okay? So, kapag I section, yung moment of inertia with bigger, yun, yung axis with bigger moment of inertia, yun yung tinatawag natin na strong axis. Okay. Pag I-beam, yung axis na yun, yun yung axis parallel dito sa mga flange. Okay, ito yun. So, yan yung strong axis, no? Strong axis. Ito namang mas malit na moment of inertia or yung axis parallel dito sa web, tinatawag tong moment of inertia or axis about weak axis. Itong y-axis na yan, tinatawag siyang weak axis kasi yan yung moment of inertia with lesser yung smaller yung moment of inertia. Yan yung axis na may mas mababa yung moment of inertia. So, tandaan nyo na, meron tayong strong axis, which is itong X, weak axis, itong Y, kapag ganito yung orientation section. Okay, so kapag kunwari, nakapahiga yung section, pag ganyan, sino yung mas malaking moment of inertia? Di ba ito? Okay. Ito yung moment of inertia kasi merong flange ka doon. So, itong axis na yan is called, regardless kung X or Y ba yan, or Z, or anything, yan yung tinatawag na strong axis. Yung mga axis na to, which is ito, weak axis. So, yung definition yan, kung sino yung mas mataas na moment of inertia about dun sa axis na yon, yun yung axis na strong. Weak, yung mas mababa yung moment of inertia. Okay?